Hi, and welcome everybody to our review of our 2023 product highlights. So, as you can imagine, and if you know us, we've been incredibly busy and we have actually released quite a lot, and there's even more things that we have not released yet. And I brought somebody who knows best all of this and who can give you insights. It's Martin. Hi, Martin.
Hi, Tobias.
Before we jump in, just a quick housekeeping note. Um, we have release notes, so everything that we publish and release, there will be a release note, and we have a newsletter. We hope we actually plan to send it out monthly, but recently it was not monthly, and there is a reason for it. It's a big project. We will talk about it later. So let's jump into 2023. What have we done? And one of the first things we've released last year is a modern mobile UI for partners. And modern mobile means it is responsive, right?
It is, and it was our big first step with the new modern UI for our partner side, bringing this on mobile. Yes. Yeah.
And the reason why we chose partners over everybody else is actually quite simple, right? Online marketers tend to sit in their office or in their home office in front of a desktop device, and partners, at least certain partner groups, tend to be more mobile. So we released a mobile friendly UI for the partners first because they need it more than the admins. And there's one thing that we discussed earlier that you said we had to reduce functionality for partners in the mobile UI, right, Martin?
Yes, we have a focus on collecting the main data from the platform, bringing this to the partner, and so have you have the dashboard, you have the contact of a marketeer, and it's really restricted to the main points of what the partner needs to have from the platform, and especially to have all of this in this mobile UI.
Mhm.
You are focused on the grabbing the creatives, having an insight of the commission and some reports. Yes, it's restricted to that.
To the important points, right? So
Yeah,
what you would need and what you would do if you are at some place and you would just want to log into your UI mobile. Um, Talking about accessing data, um, we also need to talk transmission of data. And when talking about data transmission, we've seen one tendency in the recent years. It's more and more unreliable, especially if you talk about browser tracking. So there is a new strategy which is completely server side and which turns out to provide accurate data in a way that's I haven't seen before. And it's our conversion importer strategy, right? So we are pulling conversions from our partners' APIs or from our customers' APIs,
mhm.
from the advertisers' APIs. Um, we just use some values like custom ID, click IDs, cookie values, etc., for attribution. And since we have this stable transmission, we have almost, or I think we do have complete data in the UI, which is great, right?
Absolutely. And it's totally new for us last year that we start to collect data without browser tracking, I think.
Hmm.
And this allows us to be asynchronous and totally independent from all of this, yeah, browser side effects. So having the data exchange server side, we are able to be asynchronous. Once the process is stopped, it's no problem for us because if everything is running, we can starting with collecting the data again. And so I think we are more directly deeply connected with our clients, and it's reduced lost data losses, and yeah, and also the setup is easier than before because the conversion tag is not involved, and you can directly based on we can directly based on the APIs provided by our clients that are able to allow conversion pooling.
So just to sum it up, browser tracking has the disadvantage once the browser window is closed, all information is gone. First
Mhm.
disadvantage. Second one, it's on the device of the user, so it's not on the server of the shop or the advertiser. And this is the main advantage, right? So if information is on your own server as an advertiser, even if something happens, if it's not transmitted one day, well, then you transmit the information the next day. There isn't even a gap in data or any issue at all. Nothing. So that's really, really sweet.
Yeah.
And we've been doing it a lot in the iGaming industry, for reasons. But, and there is a big but, and it will also be our next point, third-party cookies and traditional conversion tracking is dying. So we really see the conversion importer strategy, or the API data transmission strategy, that's the word, as key to the future. It's very strategic.
Yeah, it is totally. And I think this becomes more and more necessary also in this year. And so I'm glad that we have the on our integrations product, the conversion importer process already running. So it's up to our clients to provide the API, and then we can easily collect them.
There is one thing that we just discussed. It's the slow death of third-party cookies. So Chrome's announced for mid this year to completely cut them. There is one thing that we released last year already, which really makes this transition easy, or allows this transition to our customers at all. It's our domain management tool. So third-party domains will not work anymore. So you will need a first-party tracking domain. So if you need first-party tracking at scale, so if you have more than one advertiser in your platform, then you will probably have more than one domain. So you need to manage it. And there is a list where you can really see, like, is the DNS status still good? Is the SSL certificate valid and active? Is the domain in use? I have a new domain. I want to create a new one. I want to migrate from third party to first party. We see this currently a lot happening. All of this is in our new tool. So we released it last year, and this year we can really see the usage increasing due to the market trend and due to the need.
Yeah, and from my side, it was a surprise because I was used to see some sheets of papers shared from A to B for domains and certificates, and now it's the first time that we have a user interface that gives you this overview about your domain and this SSL certificate behind, and I was surprised to see how many of entries we already have here on that side. So it was really not scalable to have sheets of papers for managing these domains. And luckily, we are now having this one thanks to our colleagues. And I think also that our customers have now a better overview about the status of their domains.
So we talked a lot about tracking accuracy and data accuracy. Talking about data collection, we also need talk about tracking implementation. And if we are honest, most tracking implementations happen in the Google Tag Manager. And we have released Google Tag Manager and also SGTM community templates. And now conversion tracking implementation is really way easier and way more user friendly, or let me put it, the GTM offers an interface, a UI designed for human beings, and now this is supported. So it's not a very technical one, but it's a more human friendly approach, let me put it like this, right?
So it seems there's another step of our idea to make the tracking implementation easier. Yes, because as far as I know from the feature from the past, this was really a big pain.
It is. The thing is, tracking implementation is nothing new, and it's no rocket science.
Mm.
And you being a system architect, for you would even say, oh, this shouldn't be too difficult. It's just data transmission.
Mm.
The real problem is the target group, the audience. Often it's not a team of developers, not the team of the developers that designed the shop implementing it, but it's part of the online marketing team. And th- come on, they're online marketers, they're not shop technicians, right? So
Mm.
this is it's really really a target group and audience thing. So we need to make it easier for certain people with certain skills to implement it. And I think this is what's happening. Talking about reliability and the death of third-party cookies, there's one thing we need to mention. So the traditional Google Tag Manager is a third-party tool, right? It runs on googletagmanager.com, and it's probably the most famous tracking domain in the world. But also Google has adapted and a new strategy also for quite a while now, right? I think already for 2 years or something.
Mm.
And it allows to have the GTM and the SGTM on your own domain. So you can host your own domain and have Google Tag Manager running on it. And that's actually something very future proof because, it combines first party tracking, first party data, and tag management. And this is also something that we can highly recommend for everybody to do it. Now, we talked a lot about data accuracy, collecting data, getting data in the system. Now, once you have everything in the system, you have partnerships, and with those partnerships, you have relationships. And now you can block partners or block relationships if you like. Why, Martin?
Yeah, especially on the application point of in a relationship, when the partner tries to come to the platform, um, in some certain cases, the partner tries this again and again because our platform unlikely allows this to do. But with the new blocked status, it's not the friendliest way, but it's a good communication to say to the partner, thank you for your application, but it's not the best time to work now with us. Let's wait. Let's see what happens tomorrow, but don't ask us again. So the blocked status should avoid further communication efforts from our clients to the partners. So this application comes to an end and will not come back. As soon as the platform removes the blocked status. You can unblock the application for
Mm.
sure, but the general idea is to bring this application to an end. And in
I
yeah,
think we've done this because there is this certain pattern, right? I think there's sometimes partners clicking like the list of like in bulk, doing bulk applications, like clicking, oh, I want to apply to everybody, and doing this again and again and again and again and again, even if they were rejected. And this was
yeah,
possible. And this was like a loop, an infinite loop that drove everybody crazy,
absolutely.
and it just doesn't work. And now this doesn't work anymore. It doesn't mean that partners should not contact their favorite advertisers if they were refused, and talk to them and find some way to cooperate.
Mhm.
This is happening outside of the platform. We just want to prevent those infinite loops that sometimes just occur due to bug operations or automation, things like that.
Yes, exactly. And by introducing the new blocked status for applications, we also introduced we have changed the name of already existing statuses reflecting the contract side of the partnership.
Yeah,
So you are now seeing the platform the status terminated and suspended, and this should make the contract perspective of this partnership more accurate because you can suspend or you can terminate the contract with your partner.
absolutely. So these are things we've already announced, right? So everybody knows them maybe already. There's one big project that we've been working on, and it's so big that we had to start like literally in the basement of our technology to get it done. And it's called data views. Martin, what is it? Where did we start, and why and how?
Yeah, I would say we are in the middle of a really long journey, beginning a few, let me say, 9 months ago at least. And yeah, we are speaking about our current, more or less restricted and static reporting, and how we would like to come to a new, more flexible and modern reporting that allows your own perspectives. And yeah, we're coming from our current data structures and restricted to conversions and views and clicks. And in the last months, we are thinking about how we can bring this to our clients, and in a way that we can have multiple flexible views. And so we have designed our conversion model at the beginning to find a new unified modern way of how we can make the conversion visible to the clients, and which includes all of the fields of the conversion, by the way. We'll never miss some conversions fields in the reporting side, as we did in the past. And so this was the first step, having a unified public model for conversions. And
So let me stop. So we are redoing reporting completely, and the reason why we are redoing it is to have complete data.
exactly. And flexible means you should never be restricted by the dimensions and measures that we provide. We think you should be able to collect your own dimensions and measures as columns in the reports that you want, based on our models. And this is a new thing for us and for you, I think, in the platform.
Mhm.
And we are working on it at the moment, and it's in a good stage because some of our newest clients are already luckily able to use this. But yes, the general benefit is having your own data views, your own perspectives on the data from Ingenious, unrestricted.
Which is brilliant. So let me translate this to everybody's world. So formerly you had just had, you knew there were ad impressions, there were clicks, and then there were sales. Full stop. However, what if you wanted to know more details about dimensions of traffic sources like partner categorization, like how much traffic was coming from content, cashback, retargeting, newsletter, etc. How did it convert? To which products? Which products were part of the basket? Um, was it only new customers or also existing customers? Um, all of this, and there's even many more dimensions to conversions and touch points, like the device, like
Tracking method,
it's
location.
it's all of this, like it's think of this like everything the shop transmits, everything the browser transmits, all the metadata that you have in your system, your categorization, your name, etc, 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 etc. And now you can build your own tables reporting all of this and aggregating the dimensions in the way you need it. And this is just so cool. I've seen it, I've been playing with it, and it's just actually it's what we've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah. And yes, it takes and took time, but especially for last months, it was necessary to find a good infrastructure that provides this in a stable and fast way. And I'm quite happy that we were able to find this way, and now it's up to
Mm.
us to bring this to the clients. Yeah.
You're saying something. So the reason why it took so long, because I'm impatient, I'm sitting in front of the screen, I want to have access to all the data right away. And the reason it takes so long is making it reliable and stable, right?
Yes, exactly. And because we had a huge database in the backend systems, and collecting and building the data models in the middle section of this infrastructure is one of the biggest steps, and also the whole infrastructure that provides the data to this user interface.
Hmm.
So it's up to us to build this for you, but in a few months, I would say, we are able to have this general platform data views, and then it's quite more easier than before, adding more and more other models, maybe also perspectives like a billing perspective that which we don't have at the moment, um, would be great, because once we have found this general way, we can easily add more and more data. So
We
I
will
think it's the best strategy that we had in the past.
definitely, definitely. I remember before, like, when was it, last year or the year before? We're working on something internally called unified conversions.
It's 2 years
In a
ago, yeah.
nutshell,
Mhm.
this was just giving conversions a certain data structure, having it in a certain data structure, and also sharing this structure with the outside world, with all our clients, so that all the data analysts, and I've been working with data analysts last year a lot, um, via BigQuery accessing this data
Mhm.
and having this unified conversion data model helps a lot to explain this is how things are connected. This is what it works. This is what happens if I have more than one click that was leading to a sale, which it does happen, right? So where can I find this data? Where are the priorities? Where is who won the attribution? Who was part of the customer journey? Who were they? Like, this is just an example, but it's just the questions that data analysts are dealing with because they want to access all the data. And this is where the groundwork of having structured data is really the base, because otherwise you cannot build data views in the way we are doing it now.
Yeah. The technique behind is already known, by the way. It's not rocket science, and everyone who uses Excel knows pivot tables, and it's at the end it's the same technique. So yeah, it's good to have this that we have started with this 2 years ago, and I think the journey is it's not ended yet. It's a long journey that we have in front of us, but it's the right way. The direction is correct. Yeah.
Absolutely. So that leads us already, because 2024 has already started and we've been working on obviously data views, and we will continue to work on data views until everybody has it, Martin.
Yes, exactly. From my point of view, we would like to have that we can share this data views with the partner side, and we would like to have an insights data API that allows you, partners, advertisers, and platform admins to grab the data from their own view in an automated way for their own systems, and this is the one big aspect that we would like to provide is to come out with this to our clients. Yeah,
So in short, this year all admins, advertisers, and all partners should get a nice and new and modern reporting system.
that's the plan, and I'm quite optimistic that we can achieve this. Yeah,
Well, still a way to go, still a bit of work, but we'll get there.
yeah.
That's so cool.
And we can also do it in in steps, but it will come for sure.
Brilliant. And also, what we are seeing currently is a lot of those third to first party migrations. We see we're currently working on new conversion importers. So, actually, these are the topics that will define the year, at least the first half of this year, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, this gives us quite a clear view what we're doing. I think it's super useful. I'm really thrilled until it's released and everybody has access, because I think data is the real reason why we're doing all this online marketing technology, right?
And I think it's the first time that we bring this new features visible to the existing clients at the moment. So happy to announce that. Yeah.
Cool. Martin, thank you so much.
Thank you to Tobias.
And everybody, if you want to learn more or stay updated with our releases, please consider subscribing to our newsletter and come back to this YouTube channel if we publish the new release video at some point. Thank you.
See you
Bye.
again. Bye.